Good morning, and firstly, thank you to all of those who helped me in my last video with my compressor problem. Now, I just thought I'd give a brief synopsis of actually what the problem was. Now we fixed it. So what would happen is you would start it, it would run for about 30 seconds, then it would stop, then it wouldn't start. If you left it for a couple of hours, it would start, run for 30 seconds, and then wouldn't start again. What was the problem? It was this little bugger, a lift pump. So fuel goes in, fuel goes out, and there's a diaphragm that sits there. That diaphragm had a tiny, tiny little slit in it. Not enough for fuel to leak through, but enough to not supply enough pressure to the diesel injectors. So what was happening? Now we replaced the pump, but what was happening was a small amount of diesel was being sucked up into this pump. It was sitting there, which meant that when I started it, it would start and run for a couple of seconds. However, when you then stopped it, or when it stopped itself, it had lost fuel pressure on the low pressure side. So it stopped. Leave it a couple of hours, enough fuel had accumulated in the bowl of the fuel pump to allow it to start again. So replacing the fuel pump and all of the hoses has completely fixed the problem. So if you come across an intermittent issue on a diesel engine like that, check the fuel pump. It costs £23 to replace, and it's much, much cheaper than having to start taking injectors apart.